Hello, beach friends. Every time I head out to the beach, that familiar sense of adventure washes over me. It doesn't matter if I've been out here 100 times. Each trip feels like anything could happen. Some days are unforgettable, filled with curious little critters or stretches of sand covered in incredible shells. And sometimes all it takes is one single shell to make my heart sing. Now, there is one shell, my white whale of shelling, that I've been hunting for years, the albino fighting conch. Now, these two I have, this is albino. It has a gouge in it. It's kind of juvenile. It's just not really in great shape. The other one's gorgeous, but it's not albino. It's got a little purple, little orange in there. So this morning on my way to Keewaydin, I was literally talking about that very shell, almost putting the idea of it out into the universe. I don't know if I managed to manifest it, but today something extraordinary happened. I found an absolutely spectacular specimen, one I can't wait to show you. But of course, we need to give it a proper clean before the full reveal. So stick with me until the end of the video because this one is truly special. Now we have arrived here at Keewaydin. The tide is going out. It will get low and then it will come back in. So we're going to get to enjoy that entire process. Now it's not going to get super low, but it's going to get low enough. Here we have a banded tulip, the Centura hunteria. Relatively common, still really cool. Lots of goodies here. Okay, so it's going to be one of those. I feel like it's going to be a good day. Now there's a fighting conch. I happen to have an affinity for them anyway. But as I mentioned, the albino one, that's a bucket list shell for me. Now, it looks fine. That rat clang looks good. As a matter of fact, this all looks good. But frankly, this is all going to be here. Let's check out that. Yeah, that banded tulip. So that is all going to be there. Maybe eventually it'll get covered by water, but I want to really concentrate down there where the water is very shallow, where the tide is still going out. Okay, washed off that fighting conch. Very pretty. Feel like that's a keeper along with that banded tulip. Here's another. Yeah, they can be common. I haven't been finding them a lot lately. So fun. It's not true, but I feel like it's a good omen. Like if I get here and I start finding stuff, it's going to be a good day. That's a big old apple murex. Yeah, it's been hanging out here quite a while. Look at all that air conditioning it offers its inhabitants. Not to worry, though. I will be looking for shells that are unbroken, really colorful, super shiny, super spiky. And I know I mentioned that one seashell. We are going to find that. But the true reveal is really going to be at the end of the video once I get it in and out of bleach again. So, if you're ready to see what all is going to be out there on Keewaydin for us today, let's go to the beach. Now, if you're gonna start off, granted we already kind of started. So we kind of start off with an alphabet cone. You know it's gonna be a good day. And for me, it's like if I just get one, that would be great. But spoiler alert, we're gonna get more than one. It's gonna be really fun. So yeah, these are a pretty desirable find. Yay, the alphabet cone. All right, lettered olive. That's a beauty too. Beautiful, shiny. It's got a nice pointy top. Gorgeous lettered olive. I'd like an albino version of that too, frankly. I'm going to go ahead and try to manifest that. Oh, I see spots. So spots are good. Always check out things with spots. Oh, that's lovely. So that black is going to be its periostracum. And when the animal is alive or just freshly deceased, it will have a lot more of that black on it. That's going to be pretty too. Yep. Another beautiful alphabet cone. So yeah, it's going to be a fun day. All right. Yeah. You know what that looks like? That looks like somebody else's starter shell. That's what that looks like. So I'm going to leave that for somebody else just in case they don't have one yet. All right. So I'm going to probably, again, spoiler alert, spend a lot of my time in the water. It's been very productive. So that's why low tide helps. You can see. So there's all of this area that typically would be covered by a couple of feet in water, and you can't see. So when the tide goes out, sometimes you need apparatuses. I didn't bring anything. I didn't bring my tray. I forgot, but I'm going to do just fine. Another alphabet cone. What do we got here? Oh, lovely. All right. So one of our whelks, the Sinister Fulgur sinistrum. Has anyone else managed to learn that? The apple murex and the banded tulip were also, we know the scientific names of those, but that's a lightning whelk. For us common folk, I'm just trying to layer on some other information I can give you folks when I come out here. So I had already mentioned it's low tide. I'm out here, and you can see the tide's going out. So I got the Gulf to my back, Keewaydin's kind of to my front, and the water is ripping out. It's really moving. And I had heard a story that some snorkelers got kind of whisked out into the Gulf. They were saved here at Keewaydin. So if you're going to be out there and doing that, be careful. Be really, really careful. So this is a shark eye. A little bit of a hole, but it's really hard to find, at least for me, it's harder to find the larger shark eyes down here. That's beautiful. So shark eye is a member of the moon snail family. So either way, you wouldn't be wrong. You can call it a shark eye, you can call it a moon snail. You'll be right either way. Look at that big lightning whelk. Yeah, I bet you I've picked that up before. Me and many other people. Yeah, it looks great with that, 12 inches of water on it, but it's got that beauty filter. What about, a turkey wing. Well, that's terrific. Lovely. Yeah, they kind of get beat up as they get older. I do prefer the juvenile versions. All right, now. Is it more spots? It is. More spots. All right. Yeah, Keewaydin's been really good to me lately. Not every single time I come, but I do come to Keewaydin, and I really am. I'm kind of concentrating on the cones. That's what I'm kind of hoping to find when I come here. Or anything else. Any other bucket shell that might show up. Hey, that works for me too. I almost thought that was another alphabet cone, but that is a juvenile fighting conch. And one of the reasons I love them, they have so many variations in the color and in the patterns. Love them. Oh, okay. Let's see, your Phyllonotus pomum or apple murex. It's the whole apple pomum, palm of the earth kind of thing. But yep, that is an apple murex. Bay scallop. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, it's a pretty typical looking bay scallop. I think I really like them because I don't find them in good shape very often, every now and then, but that was a bay scallop. Here's another shark eye. Yeah, that is a shark eye. That tricked me. Oh, I see spots. I see spots. Oh, that's another good one too. Oh, that's terrific. You got an L and a Y. Okay. Very cool. All right, another alphabet cone. So, yep, I'm super duper happy. Oh, here's a sand dollar. Fun. So it was a little chilly. I am wearing a coat, although I obviously don't care. I'm putting my hand right in the water. But it's getting cooler in the mornings. So on the boat, you might want a coat. I'll probably take that off as the day goes on. But that is a lovely sand dollar. And obviously, I'm in the water, so it's not too cold to be walking around in the water. Oh, gorgeous. Thank goodness, because that would be terrible to leave this gaudy nautica behind. That's gorgeous. So that is a colorful moon snail. Love them, the gaudy nautica. I think that's my second favorite shell. I think I'm almost ready to commit to that. So that is a calico clam. Awful pretty. It's like a designer clam. The calico clam. Very nice. Yeah, you can really see the tide going out. Oh, and I see more spots. Man. Oh, this is great. And I bet you everybody else here is having pretty good alphabet cone luck too. A little bit of beach stuff. That's fine. Throw that in bleach. That is terrific. So another alphabet cone. Woot, woot. Yeah, a couple of pelicans. Couple of other shows. Okay, so looking, all right, so the tide is almost going to be low, and then it's going to start coming back in again. So in about 15 minutes or so. So better do my business now. Okay, banded tulip. So I'm probably going to continue to concentrate on the cones, and then if something else pops up, like that banded tulip. Oh, yep. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Beautiful. Yeah, just look at the aperture. And all the cones I'm finding are pretty good ones too. Oh, so the alphabet cone. Thank you, Keewaydin. And a banded tulip. Look at that cute little dusky cone. I think that's probably the nicest specimen of a dusky cone I've ever found. That is beautiful. So that's another one of our little cones, a dusky cone. All right. Oh, I thought it might have been an olive. Another alphabet cone. Woot, woot. Oh, that's great. I see lots of R's on that one. Yep. That's terrific. I'm still looking for one of those that kind of has like a window. I'd like to see, I've heard that they dissolve their guts so they can eat bigger stuff. All right. That is another apple murex. Nice big size. Yeah, that's been here. That's been around a minute or two. Beautiful. Oh, yes. Oh, that's great. That is awesome. Oh, that one's really pointy too. All right, very cool. Yet another alphabet cone. Is it because it's getting like winter? Nah, Keewaydin's been pretty good, frankly. No storms or anything really kind of came through at the time when I shelled this. Beautiful. That's a calico scallop. I think it's just the tide being cool. Lovely calico scallop. There's another lightning whelk. Yeah, terrific. Beautiful. That kind of reminds me too. I had heard, I don't believe it, that the darker ones are male, the lighter ones are female, but yeah. I don't believe it. I think the coloring is really just a matter of genetics and what is available for the critters to eat. I see spots. Yes. Oh, they're nice. The dark ones too. I had mentioned this, I don't know, not too long ago. The cones I find down here in like the Naples, 10,000 Islands, they're that like chocolate cones versus you can get them and they're much lighter, like a yellow color, but I just don't find that many yellow ones. All right, that's a false shark eye. Lovely. Yeah, that'll do. Lovely shark eye moon snail. And pear whelk. Oh man, look at the color. The bottom's broken though. That's kind of a deal breaker for me. And I'm just gonna try. I'm just trying to get it out of my head, get it out of my hand, or I'm gonna start thinking about all the other things I could do with it. And I'm just gonna concentrate on this lightning whelk that's not broken. Awesome, wonderful. Besides, here's another pear whelk. Whoa! Look at the size of that. Yeah, that's a pretty good shape. That is just massive. Oh, and it like 3 different times it kind of, or 2 times it like repaired itself. Wow. That's beautiful. A gorgeous pear whelk. The pear whelk that could. Oh, another olive. Yep, you're swell. Nice big fat one. I still, like I said, but like, oh, the golden ones are cool too. I've not found a golden olive in a while. A little horse conch with some beach gunk on it. As long as it's not a crab or a critter, that's fine. Oh, that's pretty. Lovely little Florida horse conch. An egg cockle. Those are pretty. And this one's fun too because in the bottom it almost looks like it has like 2 rows of teeth almost, sort of, kind of. Those like, yeah, those brown marks on the bottom. That's neat. Egg cockle. All right, that is a juvenile fighting conch with lovely coloring. Love that band across the middle there. Do I see spots? Yeah, I do. Oh, guess what? Yeah, I'm pretty psyched with that. I'm like, okay, it's definitely an albino, but I can't really appreciate it. I can't see it because it's not clean. So it does have that layer of periostracum on it. But I'm just marveling. I'm pretty excited already. I'm not even paying attention to the cone. I'm like, yeah, this albino fighting conch. I cannot wait to clean that up. That is awesome. Yeah, I know. There's a little bit of color. I don't care. That is definitely albino. And at the very end, I'm gonna pop that in bleach, and we're gonna look at that. It's so pretty. And yeah, this alphabet cone. This is pretty cool too. Another alphabet cone. Fantastic. Yeah, great day for the cones. Okay, so 40 more of my friends are coming on the Hemingway shuttle. The tide's coming back in at this point, or it's pretty slack. You can see that it's not rushing either way. Interesting, right? And then not all of a sudden, but eventually it'll start pulling the other way. That's really pretty coloring on that. So that is a false shark eye, but just kind of unusual with that white kind of swirl. Yeah, that's neat. Very neat shark eye. Oh, there's a critter. It's a sea star. I'm going to leave it alone. I just find, as much as I'd like to learn about, I do want to pick it up and I want to see it up close. I don't know how good it is for the critter. So, if the opportunity arises and I can record it without disturbing it, I'm going to look for more opportunities like that. What do we got? Oh, an angel wing. Well, that's really interesting. Now that like boogery looking stuff, that's hard. So yeah, somebody deposited, it's very hard, like calcium. Interesting. So we got ourselves an angel wing. That's kind of unusual. Oh, very nice. A big old lightning whelk. Gorgeous. And maybe that's, once they get bigger, they do start losing their color, and only the females get really big. And maybe that's where that whole coloring thing came into play. But anyway, that is a really nice looking lightning whelk. A Florida prickly cockle. Very common. They are a member of the Cardiidae family, like cardio, looks like a heart. And they have, not all of them, but a lot of them have that gorgeous interior color. I just love them. They do not disappoint. That's gorgeous. How did these not end up being called tiger's eyes? So we have moon snails, we have shark eyes. I would call that a tiger eye shell. If I was going to name it, that would be the tiger eye. I think it's beautiful. Love those gaudies. All right, it's not exactly crowded, but I definitely don't have the place to myself. And most people are, I would venture to say most of us are kind of in the water. And that's where I'd already spent a bunch of my time. I think I might look for some tinies or switch it up a little bit. See what else. Okay, we have a stranded critter. So here we have that same critter. That is the short spine sea star. It's kind of moving. You can kind of see his little tube feet. Yeah, at this rate, I think I'm just going to help you into the water, friend. So why don't we do a little scoop? Here we go. Let's get out into the water. I mean, it's going to be fine. It's a compulsive thing I have. I just can't help it. I bring critters into the water. Not always, but, it was pretty far. There you go, friend. That looks like little Patrick. We'll name that one Patrick. Patrick the sea star. You flip around, you do your thing. Let me see what else we can come across out here. Maybe some critters. Yep. We got ourselves an olive. Now, I know myself, when I moved down here to Florida, I had no idea where seashells came from. I mean, no clue. They're like leaves. They just come. They don't just go there. Animals make them. Animals do not switch out their shells. So if there's something in the shell, it's either going to be a hermit crab or it's going to be the animal. And the animal's not done with it yet. So we only collect empty seashells because we're cool like that. Now, this is an example of a shell that's not empty. The critter that made the shell is not in there, but there's a hermit crab. So we're going to leave that auger, sadly. Now, this is kind of neat. So this is a spiny jewel box, but this is a juvenile spiny jewel box. And they do, not always, but sometimes, they come in that really pink color and they glue themselves to substrates. That's what that white thing is. Then when they get a little bit bigger, they kind of unhinge themselves. They kind of turn into free swimming creatures. So that's what happened to that. Oh, look, abandoned tulip. Yeah, we'll snag that too. So spiny jewel box are kind of fun. Now, usually as they get bigger, they'll kind of lose that pink color. And you can kind of see here. Yeah, the interior is gorgeous. Those spikes are not solid. They do have like little cavities in them for the animal to go up and build them. So yeah, it's really interesting, these seashells. Obviously, I've kind of made like a job out of it. So that's a spiny jewel box. Just love it. Oh, yep. Me and a whole bunch of other people, other smart people looking for shells are here. But I'm going to be quiet for a few minutes and let you have some beach time. You know, I kind of keep my eye when I do the beach time segment. I am still kind of scanning for shells, and I don't think it's just not looking like it's going to be terribly productive. My boat will be coming at some point, so I'm going to concentrate back at the very end of the island, and we'll see what else. Although I saw that, see that dark thing out there? I don't know what it is. Tarpon, turtle, stingray. No idea. I wish I could have seen. Yeah, don't know. Just fun. You never know what kind of fun things you're going to find at the beach. All right, turn my attention back down to the kitten paw. Look how weird that one is. So kitten paws are another critter that kind of glues itself to things. And then they just kind of hang out and then they'll filter feed. That one's shaped kind of funny. They're normally more like this, where it actually looks like little paws, like a little kitten paw. But sometimes they can just be created really weird. I think this one's kind of wispy. This is the the heat miser of kitten paws. And look at that one. It doesn't even look like a kitten paw, but kind of that pattern, that coloring kind of gives it away. They're just weird. I like them. We also have a calico scallop and a broad-ribbed cardita. A couple of other lovely bivalves. Oh, that's pretty. I think I'm going to commit. We're just going to go call that with a sunburst pattern. So that is a calico scallop with that pretty orange sunburst. Awesome. Yeah, most of the people, that's where I was earlier. And it's kind of come up at this point. And I had mentioned I didn't bring my tray. But to be fair, I found mini cones. So I'm not going home with a very light shell bag. Plus that white one we got to clean up. And you can also tell the tide is not ripping. It's not really rushing one way or the other. It's going to start moving in again. But in the meantime, I'm just going to kind of bide my time, waiting to get back on the boat. Oh, that's a terrific little Florida fighting conch. Oh, and there's another one of those little jewel boxes. Yep, little piece. It glued itself, looks like to a shell. That's pretty. A neat little jewel box, but you're alive. You stay here. And yep, I'll just take that little horse conch. Oh, now this is another jewel box. The melting jewel box. A corrugate. So that its common name is corrugate jewel box. I just think they look like they're melting. Kind of neat. That one's real pretty. Corrugate jewel box. Oh, very pretty calico scallop. Those are also kind of fun just because of the straight up variation. Most of the time the colors are like pinks and purples. So anytime you kind of go outside those colors, it's kind of exciting. There's another little horse conch. Oh no, not a keeper. Oh, yes, you're adorable. Oh, you're so cute. All right, little Hermie. They really are so cute. Let's see. Are you empty? Yeah, that looks empty. All right, we got ourselves a keeper auger. There's another little... You look kind of bright, though. When they're real bright, yeah, it's alive. Yep. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Or, well, just the shells are in really, really good condition if the animal is alive or recently deceased. And so I guess kind of in a way it makes sense. I just kind of tucked that little snail in. All right, now the tide's kind of coming in. Now it's starting to rip, and that's when I was kind of talking about, yeah, I would not be snorkeling in there. I'm not to say that I have gone snorkeling here, but that just scares me. Yep. But luckily today, nobody needed rescuing. We were quite responsible as far as I know. Yep. Fun time here at Keewaydin. I'm not done yet. Oh, another zigzaggy fighting conch. I actually had a piece very similar to that made into a necklace by Ocean Soul. If you want to do that, I do have information below in the description box. Here's a little horse conch. And was that empty? It looks empty to me. Lovely. Little tinies. Yeah, you're probably not going to find the tinies if you're in the deep water. All right, a worm snail. Do you like any kind of weirdness? So, yep. Do you like a good worm snail? Wonderful. So as I was saying, if you're going to be in that deeper water, you're going to end up with the cones and the fighting conchs, lightning whelks, not the tiny shells. Tiny shells are really going to be more along the shore just because you can see them and then you can kind of pick them up. Now today I came with SWFL Shell Guide. I am on an unguided tour, but we see Allie there in the bottom left. She has her guided tour here as well. So you never really know. She's going to take you where she thinks that the best shells are going to be. I just kind of book the unguided tour and hope for the best. I always typically get a really good captain. And here's some of the private homes that are on Keewaydin. So there are a couple of homes here. If you happen to own one of those homes, call me. I can feature it for you in one of my videos. Just what a fun day. It was a great day to be out there. Now, the cleanup. First, actually, we're going to talk about garbage. So I did take a little bit of garbage off the beach. I was pretty happy about that big old piece of plastic because it adds up. I didn't weigh them at the same time. Whoopsie, but I added that 1.85 to this 13.25. So today was 15.1 ounces, but in total, I've removed a little over 84 pounds of garbage from our beaches. Now, there's also a couple things I've removed from Keewaydin. That sand dollar, that corrugate jewel box, that slipper snail, the giant Atlantic cockle, some olives, that angel wing, the spiny jewel box, the apple murex, there's some turkey wings, and a mossy arc, kitten paws, egg cockle, Florida prickly cockles, calico clams, worm snails. That's a buttercup lucine, calico scallops, horse conchs, broad rib carditas. There's a bubble and 2 augers. We do have some banded tulips. And let's see, the gaudies, they're the shark eyes. I did get a couple of those fighting conchs, a bunch of those alphabet cones. That was terrific. And then there were a bunch of lightning whelks too. So didn't do too shabby in the whelk department, but my favorites were that big pear whelk, the gaudy nautica, the shark eye, because it was kind of cool, that dusky cone, and that albino fighting conch. Now, finally, I was dying. Like, I cannot wait to put that in bleach. And it didn't take long. So I pop it in bleach. And the next thing you know, I practically have a heart attack. It's glowing. It's singing to me. This shell is absolutely stunning. It is so pretty. It is so white. It's an adult. It's got spikes. It's got its stromboid notch. I mean, this shell is just to die for. Oh my gosh, so pretty. And then I dried it off and look, it's still shiny. So this is now dry. I showed you right away because I was so excited. Now I've dried it off and look, it's still shiny. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm having kind of an affair with it. And then I noticed, oh, look, it's kind of got like a dimple there. And I went back and there was a little barnacle. So that makes it even more endearing. It's got almost like a little beauty mark on it. Oh, it's so pretty. So that for me was really, really fun. The whole thing, it kind of was a slow build. Like, I found it, I knew it was awesome, but I just didn't know how awesome until I kind of went through that cleaning process. And I'm looking at it right now. It's sitting on my desk. I don't let it out of my sight for too long. It's my newest obsession. So Patreons, thank you. If it wasn't for you, I don't get to go out and do these little adventures. And everybody else who comes along, thank you so much. I could be talking about e-bikes or I don't know, weird vitamins and supplements, but you let me concentrate on the beach. And I don't know if I could ever say thank you enough because I really do appreciate you. All right. Next week, we're headed to South Marco, that glorious little strip of awesomeness. I haven't been there yet. I'm going to assume it's going to be awesome. Hey, maybe I can get that rosemary I left for the hermit crab this time. Well, we'll see. Until then, I hope you have yourself a great week, and I'll see you again next Sunday.